Hello and welcome to another deck flip through, or deck artwork flip through, and we're on to the second deck from the Commander 2021 product, which was 5 decks, and they were all associated with Strixhaven School of Mages. And at that point, although they have C21 on the bottom, when you look at the decks or the deck boxes, you can see that they actually reference the set. So yeah, second of 5. Another interesting thing they did with these, and I pointed out last week, is up till now, at the very least the main commander and sometimes the alternate commanders, they would have an oversized card. What they did now is just for the main commander, it was in this foiled but plastic card, a lot thicker as well. So you've got Zaphi there in that form, and then also in the regular form, and as a consequence the foiling looks a little different on it as well. This has a bit more of a matte texture, whereas this sort of pops a little more. So yeah, there's the regular thickness one there. And also in this deck there was only one other commander, like an alternate, which is Vavran. And now we're on to the rest of the deck. So I'll do legendaries first, both creatures and if there's any planeswalkers. We go through higher rarity through to the lower rarity. See what we've got here. And of course remember, this is a blue-red deck. Yeah, all 5 of these were 2 colours, and each one represented each of the schools of magic in Strixhaven. There's a legendary planeswalker. And the other thing with these, as I've done before, is you've got most of these cards have the Strixhaven, the C21 set symbol on them, but you will notice, like this card for instance, some of them actually have the Strixhaven logo, and that's something we'd seen creeping into these commander decks for a little whiles now, where you had, it was before in the several first sets of yearly commander product, it was always just a commander set symbol, and then slowly over I think the past few commander sets, as we've been going through, we've seen them introduce an actual set symbol on some of the cards where it was relevant. Again with this, these commander products, some are reprints, some are in here for the first time, have been designed specifically for these decks, and as I pointed out, some are actually new from Strixhaven. And you'll notice the Strixhaven set symbols extend to other cards in a moment as well, which you'll see. So we're still on our higher rarities here. We've moved on to our enchantments. I always try and sort these within their various rarities by card types as well. We have Dig Through Time in here. And I think I've mentioned I always tend to find as you go down the rarities to the lower rarities, you do tend to find you get more of the usual suspects of the lower rarities. Either cards you might more commonly recognise, or just cards that consistently seem to turn up in the Commander product, if they're obviously relevant to the colour identity. Yep, so we're still in the higher rarity here. Oh, we got a couple of refrains here. A few sorceries. Yeah, looks like we're going to have some tokens as usual. Okay, so there's a blasphemous act. And bringing up the rear in the rarity, we have firstly artifacts. Pyromancer's goggles in here, and whatever lands there are at the higher rarity. So we've got Exotic Orchard, Shivan Reef, Temple of Epiphany, so you know the relevant two-coloured stuff. Got a Scavenger Grounds as well. Right, lower rarity stuff. There's another one with the Strixhaven set symbol. Crackling Drake, Serum Visions, so yeah. Oh, surprise, surprise, Soaring. And a Mind Stone. What else have we got? Oh, Talisman of Creativity. Hydro Archive. Oh, must have missed that one. What's that? Oh, yeah. Pretty important, Brainstorm. So moving on to commons now. Notice it looks like there's no creatures in this deck at commons. Looks pretty like non-creature spell heavy as well. Oh, there's a Seething Song, which is interesting because we would have seen this, or well, say we would have shot these in a slightly different. Did I see these in a different order? No, you will have seen my Mirrodin artwork video. So yeah, here you can see the mana symbols in all their red glory. Oh, we've got a Traumatic Visions in here. Fiery Fall. What other goodies? Ponder, lots of sorceries. Faithless Looting. And of course we are in what? Blue-red, so probably no surprise. Mana Geyser, in terms of, you know, the prevalence of sorceries and instants. Anything that's like a non-creature spell. And of course, yeah, there's Talleyrand, if you remember, was in the deck as well, so cares about you casting instants or sorceries and then spitting out tokens. Oh, Treasure Cruise. There's an Arcane Signet in here, so this was making a regular appearance now once it had been printed. And here's our on-colour signet. And then what have we got in terms of the lower rarity non-basics? So we have the Is It Boiler Works. We got Cycler in Blue, Card Draw Utility, a Temple of the False God, okay, Reliquary Tower, very handy. Myriad Landscape, Majoring Network, Lighted Cataract, there's our command tower, our study hall, our Prismari campus, it's a blue cycler, Desert of the Mindful, Desert of the Fervent, red one, we've got a Forgotten Cave in here, which is our red cycler. It's interesting, isn't it, how they seem to split some of the non-basic lands into two different rarities, uncommon and common, as they did there, I think, between the Lonely Sandbar and the Forgotten Cave. They've done that in the past. And now you'll notice when we get onto the actual basic lands, you can see they have the Strixhaven set symbol on them. So let's just see how many copies we have. We're only in 2 colours, so we should get a number of the same artwork. So yeah, these are all the same. Second piece of artwork. And as we move through these, one of the reasons why we're getting lots of copies of the same artwork is because there are only 2 pieces of artwork. Second one in red, and then once we flip through these, we'll be on to the double-sided tokens. So no surprise to see Drake tokens in here in this particular deck, because of course, as you saw, we have a blue legendary, Talrand, which produces 2/2 blue Drake creature tokens with flying. So let's see, so 10 tokens, but they're double-sided. So we've got Drake and an Elemental. Oh, that's right, there was a sorcery that was producing elementals. Drake and Elemental. Drake and, oops, an Elemental. Yeah. And finally, Drake Elemental. Then you have this, which is just a copy. This token can be used to represent a token that's a copy of a permanent. And there's another Elemental. The flying 5/5. As opposed to the other one, which was just a 4/4. Yep. Same on the next card, token copy with an Elemental. And we've got a construct, Star, with a treasure token on the flip side. Another one of those. Third one. Same thing. And then finally, fourth one. So there we have it. It was a pretty interesting deck to look at. Something I'd not looked for a while. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now. And I will catch you in a future episode.